Hi all, welcome to techbytes. In the previous video, database communication part 1, we discussed about how to install the Postgres database in Mac operating system. In today's video, I will discuss about the creation of the Node.js project as well as the database communication with the Postgres database. Okay, for that, first we have to create database for our project, and then I will create a simple sample table, and later on we will create as many as tables as per our requirements. Okay, for that I'm going with pg admin first. The pg admin is started. It will take around 10 to 15 seconds. It's open. In the servers databases, already we have two databases. Here I am creating a new database. For this, on the databases, right click on this and create in database. Here node practice, this is my database name, and the owner is super admin. I don't have any new users created yet in this, that is the reason why I'm going with this Postgres super user only, and click on save button. Now the database is created, and you can see the schemas here. In the schemas we have a public schema. In this public schema you can see the tables. At this moment there are no tables. That is the reason why it is showing empty. To create a table, right click on this and go to query tool. I am creating a sample table for persist the articles. For that, create table name, now the fields, article id, the data type is serial, and it's a primary key, and the second thing is article title, it's a varchar, and the third one is description, it's again varchar. These are the three fields I am targeting to insert into this table. Now select this query and click on run button. Now you can see here create table, query returned successful, means the table is created with these following fields. Now refresh here and we can see the articles table now. Okay, this is what the database creation and the table creation. Now let's dive into Node.js. For that I am creating a new folder. The folder name is node practice, and I am opening the VS Code. See here, open folder, click on this. On the desktop my folder name is node practice. Open this folder now, and I am opening the terminal. Control backtick is the shortcut to open the terminal. I'm changing to bash. Now to create a Node.js project, the initial step is npm init. This will create a package.json file with the following information. The information is about, it's a kind of metadata of the project. What is the project name, what is the version name, and what is the description, what is the root file, root access, or root file of this project. At this moment it's a index.js. I am changing this to server.js. Whatever name we can give, that doesn't matter. And the scripts and keywords and author and the license, all the things are available as a part of this. And now the initial project is just the project is initiated. Now the second step is installation of a required packages. Okay, here Express is the framework we are using to build this server. That is the reason why the primary requirement is installation of Express. For that npm install express -save. The -save why we are using is, once we mention this flag, the particular package will be persisted in the package.json in the dependencies section, because in our regular development, once the development is completed, the entire source code will be moved to one environment to another environment. By the time, we can't move all the node modules, because the node modules are platform dependent. Okay, in this case, some of the modules are not working properly while we are switching between the environments. For suppose the developer environment is Windows, but the production environment is Linux. By the time there is a conflict happens. That is the reason why in any node project we never move node modules folders. Okay, see, based on this package.json, we have to install the required packages based on the operating system. Here, see, once I hit enter, see, in the dependencies, Express will be installed here. Okay, in future, if you can see the node modules contains all the dependent packages to this project. Okay, it's a huge size in large scale projects. That is the reason we can't move this. Okay, instead of that, this is the reference. Okay, once we move this project from one environment to other environment, by the time, instead of hitting this command, all the required commands again, just trigger npm init. That is fine. That will takes care of all the installation part of the packages. This is the first one. The second thing is npm install pg. This is the one of the interface between the node.js and the postgres database. pg, yeah, now this is also installed. These are the two packages required at this moment. Okay, on demand I will install remaining packages as well. Now I am changing my initial file name from index to server.js, right? So that I am creating my server with server.js. Okay, now importing required packages. Now constant express require express. Create server instance. Now constant server equal to express. Now bind the port and start the server. Server dot listen the port number on which the server is running, and this is a callback once the server is successfully started. Now this console will be displayed, server is running. Okay, this is the basic node.js server. Now npm node server.js. See, now the server is running, but we can't test this the server is running or not from our client side. Okay, to do that, I will create a basic route server.get. In Express framework, all the HTTP methods directly we can use. For get request we can use get, for post request we can use post, for all the patch for patch, delete for delete. Okay, now this is the get request. In the callback, request and response.json, here message node server is running. This is the message. Okay, now here we can send the status as well. Now we can terminate the server and we can restart the server. Now go to postman. In the postman, http://localhost 8000. Okay, see, the server is running. This is what the default endpoint we have built by using node.js. Okay, now see, if I change anything here, okay, at this moment I am sending the response only. As a part of this, we can send the like status as well. Response dot status. Okay, response dot status. It's a 200 status. Okay. Now, if we save also, the changes will not reflected here. Okay. Every time we have to restart the server, then only the changes will be reflected. Okay. See, the status code is 200. Instead of doing the restart of the server every time, there is a package called nodejs that will identify is there any change happens in the code base. Based on the changes, automatically the server will be restarted. For that, I am installing this npm install -g nodejs. See, to install this package, I don't have permissions to do that. For that, I need a admin access. For that, sudo -i. Here you have to provide the password. See, so okay, it's wrong. Yeah, now npm install -g nodejs. See, the package is installed now. Exit from the root, and now we no need to do anything, just nodejs is the command. Once you hit the enter, then see the server will be started. You can see the output now. See, the server is running now. If you want to change anything here, okay, like node.js server is up and running. So just click on save button. See, the server is restarted automatically, and you can see the output. See, this is the updated output. Okay, now it's a time to creating all the required endpoints. Okay, endpoints for CRUD operations of articles. Now create new article. For that, server dot, for creation we have to send some information to server red, so that it's a post request. Now see, articles create. Now request and response. For now, I am sending some dummy implementation. Okay, once the DB configuration is completed, then we will update one by one. Okay, response dot status 200.json message article is created. Just same. Now the next endpoint is get all available articles. Articles all. This is the get endpoint. Like that. Get article by ID. Here. This is again get request. Instead of create, mention a path parameter. Here ID is the path parameter. And update the article by ID. Now it's a patch, it's a put call. For now you can use patch as well. Article ID. Okay, finally the delete. Delete article. Same, the method is delete. That's it. These are the basic endpoints. To create a new article, it's a post request. To get all articles, it's a get request with all. And get a specific article by article ID, and update a specific article by article ID again, delete the article by article ID. These are the 5 endpoints we have to implement today. Okay, so before going to implementation of this endpoints, I will create a configuration file, that is dbconfig config.js. Here again importing libraries, importing packages constant pg requires pg. Now create an instance for connection pool equals to pg.pool. Okay, we will create a instance for this constant connection pool equals to new pool of connection string. Here the connection string is like PostgreSQL / user Postgres and password @hostname and port number / database name. The database name is here we created the database name, like node practice is the database name. Now the database name should be provided here, node practice. This is what the connection pool creation. Now we will add one event listener on this. Once the connection got created, we will console the message, console.log database connection is success. Okay, now I will export this module.exports equals to, I'm exporting this connection pool instance as a module because I am accessing this from the server now. Okay, here these are the local modules, constant connection pool equals to require ./dbconfig. Okay, in this file this is the module. Okay, now see, first of all get all request. Okay, here I am creating a request like this should be asynchronous callback because the database communication will be asynchronous here. Now db result equals to await dot query connection pool dot query of, here the query we have to give select star from articles, articles. This is what the query. Right, okay, now once the query got successful, we have to check is there any records are available or not. For that, db results dot row count. If row count is 0 means there are no records, otherwise we have a records. Okay, now in the if condition, if it is a 0, then it will go for the failure condition, otherwise it will be at least one record is available, then it will go for the it will go inside the if condition. Okay, so that is the reason why I am not checking with the 0 condition here. Okay, now return response dot status of 200 dot json. Inside json I am directly sending the result. Okay, because result is a array. Okay, db results dot rows is a function. Okay, in case if there are no records are available, then return response dot status, which is 404 dot json of message no records found or no articles found. This is what the get endpoint. Now to check here. Now to check this endpoint, oh sorry, I'm creating this in the default router. Just copy this, just cut this and paste here. Cut this. It's a asynchronous again. So the default is server is running. No, server is running. Okay. For this async is not required. Save this. See, this is the endpoint. To check this endpoint is working or not, copy this and open the postman. It's a post request, right? So post. See, error. It's a error. See, 404. Okay, it's a resource not found. I think the port number is not correct. Sorry, the status code is not correct. It's a 400. No, see, cannot post. Why? Oh, sorry. It's a get request, right? Copy this path and open the postman. And it's a get request. HTTP. Oh, the URL is already there. Click on send button. See, there are no articles found at this moment. Okay, that is the reason why the else message is given to the end user. Now I will create a new article. See, for creating a new article, this is what the endpoint. Now see, in the post request we are sending the body from client to server, so that we have to parse the body in the node.js. Okay, for that we need a package. Okay, to get the what is called post request data or body data, there is a package called body parser. Okay, now install the body parser and restart the server. See, once the server instance is created, these are all comes under middlewares. Okay, now server dot use body parser dot json means what it is doing is, see, this is not the local module, it's a npm module. Sorry, see whatever the body we have sent from the client to server, the body will be converted into JSON format. Okay, now in this request handler we can get the body as a JSON format. Okay, so that here I am accessing the data which was sent by the user, that is called we have two parameters required to create a article, that is title and the second one is description. Okay, both are from request.body. Okay, now to create a article, again it's asynchronous request, asynchronous function, constant db result equals to connection pool dot query of c. Now insert into articles, the parameters are title comma description. Okay, the values are, you can give multi-line comment here, multi-line string here, because we are using template strings. Okay, this is invalid. Now values of, so this is the value binding in the template strings. See, title comma description. Okay, these are strings, right? So that we need to embed it inside the single quotes. Okay, so that I am giving single quotes here. Okay, once the query got executed successfully, we have to return the recently inserted query to the user. Okay, that is the reason why here I am giving returning star. Okay, returning star will sends the recently inserted query back to the client. Okay, now once the query got executed successfully, now check the count again. If db result dot row count, in case there, then response dot status of 200.json, here directly db result dot rows, it will give the recently inserted. Okay, you can return here to avoid the next level of statements to be executed. Otherwise you can reuse the below one. This is 400 and failed to insert the new article. This is the endpoint got created now. Okay, now use this endpoint and go to Postman, open the post request, and this is the URL. In the body select RAM and JSON. Now title is introduction to Node.js, the description is sample description. This is what the description, and I am sending the request to the server. Oh, something went wrong. What it is, let's check. Oh, the request.body means, see, in the here we are mentioned request and response, but here I am using request. That is the reason why it is throwing error. Restart the server again. Check here. Again there is an error issue. What it is? Articles. The table name is wrong. Now check here. See, this is what the article created by me. Okay, I am creating one more article. The title is database communication with Postgres, and sample description again. Click on send. See, the two articles got created. To validate this, see, articles all. Click here, we can see all the articles, available articles we can see here. Okay, this is the second endpoint. The third endpoint is get a specific article. Okay, see, now for this we need id and see constant id equals to request.params.id. okay, so all the path parameters will be available inside the params, requested params. okay, this is the id, right? So I am accessing the id. Now this is again asynchronous request. Now constant db result equals to avoid connection pool dot query. Again here select star from articles where, okay, instead of plain string better to give template string. It will be easy for us to binding the values. Here select star from articles where article id equals to id. okay, this is what the query. Now check the query result. If db result dot row count, if the records or any record is available with this id, then it will return one object. For that response dot status 200 dot json db result, sorry, db result dot rows. okay, in case if there are no records available, it's an empty result. Return response dot status of 400, there is no records available, dot json message no articles available with this id. okay, now the third endpoint is also ready. Now we can go with validate this endpoint with postman. See, now this is again a get request. See, remove this path. Article id 1, if I give 1 here, the first article should be written, but it is throwing some error. What is the error? Article id does not exist. okay, let's check with the database what is the id I have given. Oh sorry, the name we have spelled it wrong. okay, I will copy this only, but while creation of the table from your end, give a proper name for this. okay, now we'll replace this one, save it. See, we can see the details of this specific article with respect to this id. If I give it to, see, the second article is returns. If I give 10, there is no article with this id. okay, this is what the get article by id. okay, these are the 4 endpoints I have given at this moment. okay, this is the sample endpoint, this is the get all endpoints, and this is the creation endpoint. This is get specific article id, and now update. See, update the specific article. Here I am getting the input from user, title, the title and description from request.body. okay, now I'm building the query in a simple string format. okay, later on we will use some ORM tools to how to generate the query, but for sake of understanding I'm writing this query. okay, now see, let query equals to, see, update update articles and set. Here I am using embedding. See, in case the title is there, then I am giving I am giving title equals to title. Okay, otherwise we can use and symbol as well. The second thing is, in case the description is there, then I'm using comma description equals to single quotes, and here the description or description. Okay, finally returning star. Okay, this is what the query. Okay, here we are updating the article. Okay, in case if the title is there, then we are updating the or appending the title value. In case if it is not there, we are not adding anything. In case the description is there, then the description will be appended, otherwise nothing to be appended. Okay, finally returning star means, already I explained, it will returns the recent query. Now use this query to execute. Now constant db result, again this is asynchronous db result equals to await connection pool dot query or query. Okay, now if db result dot rows count, these 4 lines are common for anything. In this video, later on we will update more detail. Response dot status of 200 dot json db result dot rows. This is a return statement to avoid next level of unnecessary execution. Here it's a 400. The message is failed to update the article. Okay, here we missed something here, that is called where condition. Okay, after set there is a where condition. Now where we have given the article id here, article id equals to given id. Okay, this is what the query. To view the query, just console this, console.log query. Okay, this is what the update endpoint. Just copy this, go to Postman, create a put request. Here, okay, article id is 1, the body is giving title is updated title, updated title. The description is updated description. Okay, this is what the data I am passing to update. See, there is an error. What is the error? id. Okay, we are forgot to get the id from the query parameters, so that constant id equals to request dot params dot id. Okay, the server is restarted, send the query. Okay, see, The updated response is this. Previously for ID, introduction to Node.js and the sample description are the title and description. After update, this is the updated result. Okay, to validate that, check this. See, for one, updated title and updated description. Okay, these are the four endpoints. Okay, create, update and retrieve. Okay, coming to delete. See, to delete the endpoint, here constant id equals to request dot parameters. Okay, params dot id, and again same thing, make it as asynchronous. Constant db result equals to connection poll dot query of the query is delete from articles where the article id is. Okay, article id is, it's a id, sorry, id, and returning star. Okay, this is what the delete query. Now execute this query. Write is required WAIT. Now cross check. If db result dot row count is there, then response dot status of 200 dot json, here message the article is updated, otherwise 400. Fail to update article, fail to delete the article, so it's not update, it's delete. Okay, now check this. Go to Postman, here select delete and the article one. Okay, now trigger. See, the article is deleted. Go to check all. See, there is no endpoint with, there is no article with id 1. Okay, these are the all the CRUD operations using Postgres database. This is what the database interaction with Postgres database from the Node.js. Okay, in upcoming sessions we will discuss in detail about how to create a nested routes and how to create a what is called model based routes and all things. Okay, thank you so much for your patience and your valuable time. Thank you.